Hi, everyone. Welcome to our market update. We like to keep this short and sweet, under 10 minutes. My name is Vinnie. This guy over here.
I'm David Wright, and by short and sweet, we don't mean attractive midgets.
Oh, my gosh. He went there. I mean,
that was almost as bad as the Fed commentary that's
what
coming
happened there?
out. The Fed's arguing, well, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm not lowering rates and I'm not going anywhere and I'm not getting fired, so let's just keep on trucking.
Oh, yeah. So if anyone's not aware, Trump came out basically trying to force the Fed to lower rates.
Not a political show, just simply pointing out facts. But you can't force the Fed to do something, and you can't fire him. He's not out till 2026, and supposedly he's supposed to be a neutral position, which we all know is really not neutral. But at the same time, it's like you can't make a guy do something, and if you want more change in the market, we got a lot of other unknowns that we could actually see some progress in that might actually help us.
Well, let's talk about the market. Inventory. I mean, nothing too new. We were slightly above 5,000 a couple weeks ago. We went under 5,000 for active properties last week, and we're a little above 5,000 now. If you've heard us talk, there's two different markets. You have the detached market, the condo market, the attached market. The detached market, I mean, the price, the values are higher than they were a year ago, right? They went up, they went down, so on and so forth. The condo market, the attached market, a little bit softer. I mean, the values are still going up, but there are a lot of people waiting to see when rates are going to get down to 5, right? And
wow, man, you are optimistic.
Well, I'm saying that there's a lot of people that, oh, well, you know what? When rates get down to 5, I'm gonna be ready to buy, right? That's the excuse. That's the word that we've heard for so long. The thing is you're sitting on the sidelines, and if rates ever do get to 5 again, which they
I don't
will,
think they're going to.
in a
don't,
year, 2 years, you don't think they're gonna ever get to
well,
5
I
again?
mean, maybe in 2 years. I mean, I'll just tell you,
That's still. I mean, let's say 2 years, right? Right. I mean, there's the demand just gets pent up.
that'll be a terrible time to buy then in 2 years. If that rates are at 5, and then all of a sudden everyone jumps in the market, and then everyone's going to complain and cry, and then me and you are going to be talking about why are home prices 13% higher? It's like,
I mean,
you can't time the market. You know that.
I mean, if you look at let's say hypothetically, right?
Ooh, man, this is getting that chart you just brought up for all the banks and retail lenders. This is pretty ugly if these are the things you have. Like, just look at this, dude. Look at this.
Well, look at this. So right here, even over here, when we were talking about, okay, I'm waiting for it to go a little bit lower, and that was in 2023, right? And then we had an up, kind of went down in the 6s. We got down last year, 2024, right? And I mean, right now we're, let's say high 6s, right? Now, if you look at that same window of time, let's see what happened to the values. Hold on a second, I want to pull that out fast.
While you're looking that up, I'll just drop this on you too. So continuing jobless claims, which means people who are still collecting money from the government for not working, they actually fell for the first time in a couple of years. So they fell by 37,000, which was pretty huge. But then the other thing that was very unexpected this week that came out in March was durable goods orders. And I'll tell you why I think, this is kind of odd, because it happened long before the tariffs were issued. But durable goods orders in March jumped 9.2% higher. It was only expected to rise 2%. So all that happened before the tariffs. I got to imagine the volume of people buying durable goods right now is out of control before those tariffs come into effect. And the other one thing that I thought was interesting right here, where is this? This was just a national level. So for a national level, as of March, annual existing home sales for the whole nation fell by 5.9%. So roughly 6%. That's a lot of people that step back out of the market. They need to, pony ride into your 5% rate and everyone jumping in at the same time.
So you look at it, right? 2023, what you talked about, right? For the median detached price, let's go at the peak, right? Went down, right? Okay, a big up, going up again, right? For the detached property. Now the condo market, and you can kind of see the attached market. I mean, it hasn't reached, close to where we were at the peak, right? But the detached market, because we don't have as much, there's only a certain amount of properties out there, and we always get a flux of people coming to San Diego. So we're always going to get that demand of people looking, right? So at these price points where properties are still selling, there's not as drastic of a difference on renting compared to buying, right? Of course, we talk about this. The higher you go on price point, the bigger the divide is going to be for renting to buying, right?
But if you look at those deals, which I know they're hard to find, so just full case unicorn here. But the houses, when you do get those houses at 700 to 750, those are smoking deals. Those are the deals that actually you want to get to where you're closer to that renting cost to get into those. Because once you go up to $1 million, it's different. And I'm basing this off of basically people that buy with 3.5% to 5% down. Like, yeah. I have one closing. It's next Friday, and the price was 777,777. Kind of funny, right? They thought they were lucky, but they got the house. They're putting 3.5% down, and their total payment $6,100, and it's for a nice house with a pool and everything.
If I was, in this market right now, looking to purchase, and I was like, you know what? I just want to get into the market, right? Assumables, especially on condos and attached properties. There's more opportunities out there now, and people are willing to allow those opportunities to come about, right? And if they don't do that, just get a credit. Do a 2-1 buy if you have to do a condo, if you have to do attached property, right? Because you don't have the funds to do a detached property, right? Opportunity right there. So there's always opportunity. It's a matter of when you say, I'm not doing this until blah, blah, blah happens, you're closing yourself up to opportunities that are out there.
Yeah, it's tough. I talk to so many different people that all say they're just going to wait till the market crashes and rates come down. Mm-hmm. And just to kind of spoiler alert, recession, we may already be in one right now. And, that's 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. That was changed under the last administration where that didn't count anymore. But now under this administration, that does count. So that's an official recession. I already think we're going to be in one. And unfortunately, if rates do get lowered, you will not see home prices fall. That's going to be
so the thing you have to think about, right? So people bring up, okay, a recession and people are losing their jobs and everything like that. In the past, right, when we've had these items come up, people had to sell their properties.
True.
They had to sell their properties, right? People, for the most part, I don't know how, it'd be a stat to get for maybe next week of how many adjustables are in the market. But I would assume
not many,
a lot less adjustables than in 06, right? So people don't have to sell their properties, right? For the most part. The underwriting that goes into actually qualifying for a 30-year or a 2-1 buy down, we've talked about this. When you do a 2-1 buy down, you're going off of like this, the rest of the 28 years, not the first 2 years, right? So people can qualify and afford it, right? So the need to sell and going, I have to fire sale my property is not really there. Now you're gonna get the one-offs, you're gonna get the basic foreclosure for credit card debt or divorce, things like that. But for the most part, we don't have a lot of those people that I got an adjustable and I have to basically sell because my rate's gonna basically go up.
But before we get a bunch of people trying to post corrections, if that happens, if you do the 2-1 buy down, your qualifying rate is off the end rate, not the start rate. So sorry about that. So that's basically if.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said that it's based off 28 years.
Yeah, well, I was talking about the 28. not the first year, the second year, the rest of the 28 years.
It's based off the higher rate at the end. But still, to this day, those 2-1 and 3-1 buy downs, I'm doing those. Those are actually great products, especially if you get a seller's credit. If you have a good agent and they get you a seller's credit, that is 100% worth it.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, guys. Well, we try to keep it under 10 minutes. If you have questions or anything like that, or want to reach out, feel free to reach out to myself or David, or join us for future ones and ask questions live. We would love to throw them out too. Also, too, if you work at a location and you know the HR person, or you want us to do a lunch and learn at your location, please reach out to us too. We're open to that if you're in Southern California. All right. Sure. See you guys. Have a good one.